by so-called status dogs. Stuart Leiths has more.
It's a small area of trees that's popular with dog walkers, but Spinney Wood in Peterborough is also being used for a more sinister purpose. It's ropes like this one that I've found here that are thought to be evidence that dogs are being trained in these woods. The ropes are used to help the dogs strengthen their jaws, and the RSPCA say that this may well be evidence that so-called status dogs are being trained to be more aggressive in Peterborough. The police have removed a number of training aids from ropes tied to trees in Spinney Wood. Dogs are apparently being trained for spontaneous fights, where they're set upon each other in parks or in the street. Michelle Leyland lives nearby.
I found my cat down there lying next to the bin, and his face was completely ripped to pieces.
Her 18-year-old cat, Peppy, had to be put down after a dog attack.
The dog, it was a staffy, had attacked the cat and pulled its face completely to pieces. Its jaw was dislocated, and the cat had to be put down.
Michelle says many other attacks have not been reported to the police. Cambridgeshire Police have said they are investigating and that they believe that more than one dog may be involved. They say community support officers will be increasing the number of patrols they make of this area, and that anyone whose dog attacks another animal will be prosecuted. It's hoped the police can get hold of the owners responsible for the attacks before their dogs get hold of someone else's pet. Stuart Leiths, Anglia News, Peterborough.
Lawyers working for BAA have begun a challenge to the Competition Commission's decision to force it to sell 3 of its 7 UK airports. The company was told that it must sell Stansted Airport along with Gatwick and either Glasgow or Edinburgh, but BAA is appealing. The hearing is expected to last 3 days.
Well, stay with us here on ITV Anglia. Up next, all the news from where you live.
Rachel's got the weather. We'll be looking back at a very...
Now more news from your part of the region. An investigation has been launched after a woman's body was found close to a burning car on a Suffolk bridleway. Emergency services were called just before 7 o'clock yesterday evening to reports of a vehicle on fire on the A12 near Bentley Road in Bentley. The woman's body was found about 5 feet from the rear of the car. Her death is being treated as unexplained.
Tributes have been paid to a 22-year-old man who died after his car crashed into a cottage in North Suffolk. Jack Holyoake from Horham near Eye suffered fatal injuries in the collision at Fressingfield on Friday evening. Police say he was driving a Vauxhall Vectra when he apparently lost control. His parents described him as a fine young man.
Train operators want 400 miles of UK railway line updated so it can be used by electric trains, including the Ipswich to Felixstowe line. The route has been included on a list of 10 recommended for electrification under a £500 million plan by the Association of Train Operating Companies. A family in Newmarket has gained some rather unusual feathered friends in their garden.
Yes, 3 ring-necked parakeets have been visiting the Suggs' home, as Alpa Patel reports.
There were plenty of pigeons, but what we'd really come to see in this suburban back garden in Newmarket were these ring-necked parakeets photographed by the Sugg family, eating berries off their trees.
I think it's really good. You know, it makes a change from crows and jackdaws and doves to see something quite bright and cheerful. So, yeah, we just look for them every morning now, don't we? Well, we hear them first, actually.
Though they have been mobbed by the crows, chase them off occasionally, even the little blackbird. It's my berries and he chases them off.
It's lovely. I think it's a bit, I'm joking earlier, that it feels almost quite magical, that you're seeing something you shouldn't be seeing or is extremely unusual. So it's quite cheerful.
Parakeets are a relatively common sight in London, but it's a bit of a mystery how they've ended up in Newmarket.
It's quite a surprise to many people that we have quite a large population of parakeets established in the UK. At the moment, that population is to the south and west of London, but as the birds continue to thrive and flourish, we can firmly expect that the populations will begin to develop in other areas, such as Newmarket.
No sign then of parakeets in the treetops, but there were lots of berries left, so perhaps next time they're hungry, they'll be back. Alpa Patel, Anglia News.
They look beautiful against that autumn backdrop, didn't they?
Quite lovely. Right. A farmers' market in Suffolk is celebrating a last-minute reprieve over its business rates. Organisers of the market at Ella Airfield near Beccles were facing a £3,500 bill in backdated rates. But after months of campaigning, organisers have now been told their case has been reviewed and they're exempt.
But we've ran a petition today and there's been an incredible response to it. We've got pages and pages of people's comments, and I think if this market had closed, there would have been a riot in North Suffolk.
Maternity services in Norfolk are set to benefit from an extra £5 million. The Norfolk and Norwich University Hospital will use the money to take on 28 midwives, while the Queen Elizabeth Hospital in Kings Lynn will employ 6 extra staff.
Now, 14 years ago, Norwich against Leeds was a Premier League fixture. Tonight, they meet in the third tier of league football for the very first time.
City's upward progress in League One is in stark contrast to their rivals Ipswich in the Championship. They're now the only league club yet to record a win this season. Jonathan Blake reports.
Last season, Norwich fans suffered the frustration of watching their team underperform in the Championship. That pain is now being felt by Ipswich supporters, with the Blues still bottom and still winless. So any sympathy from those who follow the team in yellow and green ahead of their trip to Leeds?
None whatsoever, no. I just hope they keep falling.
Would they have any for us?
There's got to be a certain amount, you know. Yeah.
Not that Ipswich manager Roy Keane wants any sympathy. He just wants a victory. League game number 12 produced draw number 6 at home to Swansea, and they had to come from behind to get that. Pablo Caniago's first of the season securing a point. But chances came and went for Ipswich, something which has to stop if they're to make it lucky 13 tomorrow.
Whether that was good goalkeeping or bad finisher from our point of view, who knows, but we've got to take these chances. If we get the same ones on Tuesday, we've got to take them.
Ipswich are still 4 points from safety and 2 points behind Peterborough, who also had to come from behind to draw 1-1 at Bristol City. 1-1 also for Colchester in League One, but they couldn't hold on to the lead given to them by Kayode Odejayi, a gift from Wycombe goalkeeper Scott Shearer. Another boost in Southend's inconsistent season, thanks to their most consistent striker, Lee Barnard. His tally up to 12 now, after scoring twice in their 2-1 win over Bristol Rovers. That result means Norwich will go above Rovers with a win tonight at Elland Road. Paul Lambert's expecting another tight one.
Sometimes you have to grind results out, but it's a 1-0 away wins that maybe take you to the place you want to get to. But the way we're playing is certainly pleasing.
Norwich fans will certainly echo that. Donovan Blake, Anglia News, Norwich.
Norfolk County Council says work on a derelict hotel in Thetford is unlikely to begin before 2011. The anchor made famous by the sitcom Dad's Army is currently being boarded up. A meeting with Beccles Council and the Moving Thetford Forward organisation is scheduled for next month.